So first of all, thank you so much to everyone for joining us tonight for the launch of the ASUS Republic of Gamers' latest range of laptops in collaboration with Intel. My name is Jake Buckley. I'm going to be the host for today's evening. And as some of you may be aware, I'm currently the E-League host and commentator over on Fox Sports. And I have a huge passion for all things gaming. I'm also a FIFA YouTuber myself, have been for the last 5 or so years. That's been my particular obsession. And I think there's no doubting that over the last 5 to 10 years that there's definitely been quite a shift in the gaming industry, moving away from something of somewhat of a niche to something that's moved straight into the mainstream consciousness and is now a billion-dollar industry within just Australia alone. And so it is very clear to me as well that there is no such thing as a stereotypical gamer. There are gamers of all ages, of different commitment levels that are spending varying amounts of time immersing themselves into the latest and greatest gaming worlds. And it gives me plenty of pleasure to help guide you all through today's ASUS's extraordinary 2020 ROG Intel range.
Hello everyone, and thank you very much for joining us today for the launch of ROG Complete Laptop Gaming Range. My name is Emma Oh. I am the country manager for ASUS Australia and New Zealand. So today we are here along with our strategic partner Intel to launch Complete ROG Laptop Range. It is always a pleasure to work with Intel and launch the innovative products.
In Intel perspective, gaming is a multi-billion-dollar business, and we've been in collaboration with ASUS for many, many decades in growing together, innovating together, launching fantastic new products as you'll see later on in the slides today and from our presenters. And today is just another iteration of a fantastic collaboration going forward.
All right, so let's start.
Hi everyone, I'm Rocio, and I will guide you through the 3 most important elements we take into account when designing our products. So first is the ROG spirit, second is our valuable end users, and third is the latest technology innovation. So first, starting with ROG spirit. You might be wondering, what is ROG spirit? ROG spirit was born from the cyberpunk concept. So this gives and enables the end user to have an enhanced identity and experience of the world. So it gives the end user freedom and creativity. So you will see our ROG spirit in all of our products, technology, and also our key visuals. Now, when it comes to end users, we move from core gamers to also people who are working and people who create, because we realize that gamers have more needs than just gaming. So this proves that ROG is versatile, flexible, and adaptable.
I'm Sasha from ASUS ROG, and I think by now you already got an idea of what I'm getting at here.
All right, and here we are. Oh, the pile is getting bigger. The Zephyrus Duo. I think that's what you guys are probably most excited about, waiting for. For this one, we literally turn things upside down with the AAS. So instead of the laptop lifting itself up from the table and opening a vent on the bottom of the laptop, this one opens up the second screen. So most of you are probably familiar with the ZenBook Pro Duo, which has a very similar layout. But compared to the ZenBook, the Zephyrus Duo has a much more powerful GPU, a more powerful CPU, and the second screen, the ScreenPad Plus, lifts up. This gives you much more airflow. It's actually a really big gap. This one you can definitely see from the camera up there, I think. Yeah, it's a really big opening, lots of airflow in there. So much more performance. It allows us to run the system much quieter as well compared to other laptops at the same performance level. You can get the same performance on the Zephyrus Duo at 3 to 5 decibels less noise, thanks to this big opening. Also thanks to liquid metal, of course. Yeah, ScreenPad Plus, the angle is more ergonomic for you to interact with. Also looks nicer. The viewing angles are slightly better. We increase the brightness a little bit, 100 nits up. And yeah, there's a really neat function as well. We have a hotkey to turn the ScreenPad Plus on and off on the go. So if you're on the go and you don't really want to use the ScreenPad Plus, you want to save battery life, you just hit this button and the ScreenPad Plus turns off. And you can also just quickly turn it back on again. All right, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with the ScreenPad Plus. Essentially, it's just seen as a second display by Windows. So any app that allows you to break out a part of the information to have, like all the Adobe apps generally, a lot of them allow you to have a breakout window with different interface options. You can just pull that down to the ScreenPad Plus and have it on here. We work closely with Overwolf as well, which has a lot of cool overlay apps that are originally meant to display additional in-game information on your main screen, but they also support to have this pulled out of the main screen instead of an overlay. It shows as a second window on your second monitor, and bam, perfect. You can pull it on your ScreenPad Plus and have all that information down there. And this is the whole lineup. So there you got the whole pyramids. And there you can see at the top, we got the Zephyrus Duo 15 as our flagship model. And then on the right side, we got the ROG Strix series, and on the left side, the Zephyrus series. So the Zephyrus series, like I said, more subtle, more classy, more simplistic design, and focusing on ultra slim, ultra portable, long battery life. And the Strix series clearly targeting a gaming, looks clearly like a gaming laptop, but we're trying to keep the style like very cyberpunky and still kind of classy, even though we go for strong colors and very little aggressive designs. We still try to keep it a little subtle and classy. So you see that compared to our competitors, it's still not as aggressive as some of the other stuff out there. Yeah, and Strix focusing on hardcore esports. So we got a really nice keyboard on there. We got a really nice panel on there, although we have it on the Zephyrus as well. But you can kind of see that we're diversifying a little bit, going more towards the content creator side and ultra portable with the Zephyrus, and a little bit more towards esport with the ROG Strix series.
We will be moving on though to talk to two of Australia's most renowned gamers who we're very lucky to have join us though today. They're going to give us a little bit of insight into the gaming landscape in Australia, and so far just to tell us how they found using the flagship Zephyrus Duo 15 laptop. So the first person I'm very, very happy to introduce is a man by the name of Muzelk. You may be familiar with both, not just him, but both of the two that are joining us today. But Muzelk is one of Australia's top 3 gaming streamers. And the second guest that we're very lucky to have is Loserfruit, who is also an immensely popular Australian gaming streamer and Fortnite content creator. As a matter of fact, she was actually added into Fortnite as part of the game's Icon series only in June.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been gaming, pretty much as long as I can remember, starting with probably the first game I got super into, Star Wars Galaxies, which is very, very, very long ago. I started my YouTube channel on a shooter called TF2. I've pretty much always been a shooter player, pretty much from day dot when I really started content creation. But yeah, went from TF2, made a lot of content in Overwatch, and now, like most people on YouTube, I'm doing Fortnite, which is obviously Battle Royale. And yeah, I've really, really enjoyed making content on that. I mean, like Jake said, I kind of started my channel in actually 2013, 2014 with all the TF2 stuff. Kind of moved on to Overwatch in 2015 when that came out. And yeah, now Fortnite. But basically, long story short, shooters all the way. It's definitely my bread and butter when it comes to video games. And then in my spare time, not on my channel, a lot of MOBAs like Dota, but people don't seem to want to watch that as much.
We'll talk a little bit about the current landscape of gaming at the moment, not just in this country, I guess, but around the world, with what is happening everywhere, the unfortunate pandemic, and the fact that it's really had quite a shake-up, not just within our own industry, but all over the world. Can you tell us if you've noticed, and I'm sure we all have an obvious answer here, but if you've noticed an increase in gaming overall in the last few months as a direct result of those COVID-19 restrictions?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think everyone's stuck a lot more at home. And I think, when people are at home, as much as, everyone might be telling their parents that they're studying hard at whatever work they're supposed to be doing, they're probably playing a few more games. But yeah, no, I definitely think that, obviously gaming's become much more of a thing the more time people are spending at home, both in content creation, both for people actually playing the games and also just watching people play. I know that pretty much every single content creator I know has seen their views jump up by about 30% because suddenly everyone doesn't have as much to do except sit at home and watch people play games, or obviously play it themselves. And I think you've if you've looked at the graphs for pretty much anything over the past few months, the number of people playing games, the number of people engaging with them, and basically just absolutely grinding away has pretty much never been higher. Because I mean, if you're stuck at home, there's never really a better time to grind out a few hours and whatever or not you're playing.
Yeah, no, the spike, even though like similar, we make slightly different content, but all across YouTube, you saw a spike regardless of you. You have been using the Zephyrus Duo 15 that we saw a little bit earlier. You've been taking it for a spin a bit earlier this week. Can you give us just, in your own words, just how you found it over the last couple of days or weeks?
So my main gripe with laptops is normally genuinely the fact that, I mean, I can't really show it here. I have like 3 monitors, and for me, like 3 is sometimes overkill, but I always need at least 2. I think I'm like I'm pretty ADHD when it comes to whatever I'm doing. Like unless I'm recording, I'm pretty much always like watching something on Netflix while I'm playing a game or talking to someone or controlling Discord. But yeah, I think my number one gripe with laptops is normally that they only do have one monitor, obviously, and unless you're plugging that into a monitor at a desk, that kind of makes it hard to really do multitasking unless you're running stuff in windowed mode. I think when I first saw, because I really only saw it for the first time about a week ago, the extra kind of panel at the bottom, that extra screen, I was like, oh yeah, like interesting, but didn't really understand until I actually got my hands on it, like how useful that would be. I think also the fact that they've made it a touchscreen interactive is super, super cool, because it means that you can actually have something that you're gaming with, engaging with on the main screen, but I can like mute or unmute something in. I haven't actually used it as much for the game guide stuff that they've shown, although I'm sure in stuff like Dota, when I play that on it, it'll be super useful. But even just little things from like, you know, if I'm just playing like a chill part of a Fortnite round and then want to like, and suddenly get into a fight, I can like pause a Netflix show that I'm watching on that and then suddenly get into that. Or alternatively, you know, pretty much anything, mute, unmute on Discord, but just having that extra screen is something that I don't know. I never even considered it as a possibility on a laptop, because a laptop is obviously, at least from everything I've seen in the industry, always been a one monitor experience. Yeah, so the ability to actually be able to multitask while also playing games in full screen is new to me when it comes to laptops, but it's definitely, I've now realized something that is pretty game changing, pardon the pun, when it comes to actually doing stuff on a laptop.
Yeah, no, trust me, I don't know if there's much better of a word than game changer, that's for sure. But no, thank you so much, Elliot, man. We really appreciate you coming in, answering a few questions. Really quickly talk with Loserfruit now, of course, another influential gaming YouTuber in the space. And so again, thank you, Kathleen, so much for joining us as well. Maybe first question I might ask you, though, is what fascinates you about gaming as well? And maybe if you could tell us a little bit more about your current gaming addictions, if you do indeed have any at the moment that are worth telling.
I do. So not shooters. I'm like more of like a casual player, so you know, that I sink my time into off stream. But then at the moment, like on stream with videos, it's like it's pretty much Fortnite. Yeah. And anything that comes out, yeah, like a lot of people. But yeah, so yeah, since lockdown, been gaming a lot more. I know like I do it as a job, but even like, yeah, on top of that, it's like a lot more too.
And I can actually, I think I see in the background there, the Zephyrus Duo 15.
Do you like my presentation?
There you go. Beautifully
Thank
set up,
you.
Kathleen. We love it.
I mean, is it
can you give us your
disrespectful?
take? Yeah. Oh, here we go. Bring it over.
Let me demonstrate. Yeah, so streaming on a laptop sucks because of the one monitor thing. So you can put little OBS. You see that? You don't see that's because of the mic. All right, you see OBS, and then I got chat, and then the game would be there, but it's not there because it.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, mate. What do you think? Yeah. So obviously, getting to use the Zephyrus Duo 15, I take it you're obviously loving it. But can you tell us, I don't know, a little bit about what's important to you when it comes to like obtaining the right technology? I heard you mention it before, and even Elliot previously about having that second screen on a laptop and how that was game changing. Can you tell us how important it is for you to just get the right technology to be able to game and to stream and to do all that?
You know, like I didn't, you know, there's a 2080 in here. Did you know? Like in this, do you see how thin this is? You see?
It's pretty nuts.
It's so light, and compared to a lot of laptops, Elliot would know too, that we have some heavy laptops to travel with. It sucks.
I fight off home intruders with half my laptops. I use it like a brick.
Yeah, so I don't know where it was put in to the laptop. I don't get where they had space, but that's just super important for gamers when they're traveling or just just for gamers in general. Less heavy something is, a laptop is, but still just good quality. And the battery life is good. It's good.
Beautiful.
I haven't worn it down yet.
No, that's all good. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elliot, Kathleen, for joining us. Really appreciate you answering a few of those questions. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you very much to the guests that joined us as well. Muzel, Loserfruit for popping in. It was fantastic. Be sure to have a great night, everybody. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.